YouTube, what's happening? It is Tuesday, October 8th, and as you can see, we got two playoff baseball games to talk about. We got four games tomorrow that I should be able to make a video on, no problem, because most of you know I live in Tampa, and there's a little something going on swirling in the Gulf out there, so we'll see how Thursday and Friday look when it comes to making videos. If for some reason I won't be able to make a video, I will update it via Twitter on my phone. Hell, I'll make a short if I have to. We'll do what we got to do to get the information out to you all, so that's the update for Thursday, Friday. But today and tomorrow, we should be good when it comes to making videos for these 2 days of baseball. So, but we're focusing on just today, just Tuesday, because we got two games. We're going to break everything down, spread, total money line. We're going to look at the props, and we're going to see if we can find some value out there. So drop a like, subscribe, and let's go ahead and jump into that first game right now. All right, first game, we got the Phillies and the Mets, 5:08 Eastern today. You can see that it's pretty much a pick 'em. I mean, if you want a little bit of plus value on the Mets, there you go. But you look at the numbers, they're about the same. So 7 is the total. So let's pop on over here to the box score so we can look at some stats. So last game they played was literally 2 days ago. Now the series is tied 1-1. Phillies won the game 7-6, mainly because, back up. Mainly because the bullpens fell apart, because that's what happens. We're fading bullpens. They gave up all 7 runs after the 5th inning, so bullpen did not help that at all. The Mets did their damage throughout the game, so we can see who's done what for the postseason so far, which is why I'm doing it this way, because my numbers aren't working as well with postseason stuff. You can see the Mets just, most of them aren't batting well. Like Viento's batting 400 now, Nemo's batting 333, and JD is batting 300. Everybody else is kind of struggling. So if we look at Philly, they've only played 2 games, so their numbers going to be a little skewed compared to the Mets, who have obviously a few more data points out there. So you got, Castellanos batting 444. It's been 2 games. So do what you can. So we have those stats. Let's see who's pitching. We got Manea going out there for the Mets today. We can see 12-6, 347, 184 Ks, 108 whip. Good stuff. We can see what he has done in his games. He's a little all over the place. Sometimes he has great games like these. Sometimes he gets blown up by the Milwaukee and Cincy. The question is, how many times have you faced Philly? So let's look. You faced him on September 21st. 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned, 2 home runs though. That's important. 6 strikeouts. Have you faced him again? Let's look. You faced him in June. 3.2, 7-6 with 2 more home runs, 3 strikeouts. So in 2 matchups, he's given up 4 home runs. And then again on May 13th, 6 innings, 4 hits, no home runs this time, 6 strikeouts. He had a much better game the first time around. So he's had 2 matchups. One, he had a pretty good game. The second one got absolutely destroyed. And the third one was, I guess you would call average, but hey, 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, not bad. But 2 of them did go really, really far. So, and then Aaron Nola's going out there for the Phillies. We can see 14-8, 357, 197, a 120 whip. Looking at his numbers, you can see 3-2-1-6-4. He's also kind of all over the place a little bit. Sometimes he gets blown up for 6, 4, but a lot of times he'll just throw out there 0, 0, 1. So both pitchers, they're kind of elevators, they're kind of up and down. So we want to see how many times has Aaron Nola faced the Mets. Okay, he faced them the 13th of September, 4.16-6. That's he got blown up by the Mets. So we have one game of history where 2 home runs, he got blown up. Okay, what's the other time he faced the Mets? There it is, May 14th. 9 innings. He pitched a damn complete game, and he gave up 4 hits the entire game and a 4-0 shutout win. So he is the total opposite of the spectrum. It's either been amazing, or just garbage. So it's going to be, what do you want to take? So it's going to be hard to judge with these 2 pitchers. So let's pop over here to the props. Let's go over here. Let's start with Nola since we're talking about him. We can see what he's done historically versus the Mets bats. So we got a lot of data. Martinez is $125 in 16 at bats. That is crazy. 320 in 50 at-bats with 5 home runs with a 1.0 OPS. That's the most data points I've seen with anybody versus a pitcher so far this whole season is him. 429 and 7, that's not many data points. We have more than that. 212 over 33, that makes more sense for Lindor. You can see the numbers. 345 over 29 at-bats is pretty impressive. 400 over 10, So the main thing I'm looking at is that 320 over 50. So Polar Bear might be an option today for a little bit of something, if you know what I'm saying. So let's see how the Mets were versus righties all season. There you go. There's their numbers. They lean more lefty, but they're pretty split. Let's see his props. Strikeouts number is at 5.5 for the whole season. He has hit this number 55% of the time. Head to head, he has hit this 2 out of 3 times. Last year he got 5, 8, and 7. So if you want to take a strikeout prop, the thing about strikeout props right now is how long are they actually going into the game? Because if they don't get them quick, like yesterday, Reagan's hooked us because Reagan's he hit like 100 pitches in like 4 innings. It was crazy. So they get pulled quick if need be. So hits. Let's see, last 10, he's been pretty good for the whole season. Hits is at 4.5. He's gone over 58% of the time. Earned runs, you can see what he's been to. He gives up a lot of runs. This is what he does. It's 1.5. If he gets pulled because of people on base and then it comes in, I could see this happening. I could actually see this. -1. Yeah, you can see the numbers where they are. Pretty heavy favorites. Okay. Head to head, 4-0-6. This is this year. Complete game shutout. Got blown. His worst game and his best game were against the same team this year. That's hard to do, but he did it. So, and the walks, same for this. So, and we see how he did on walks all year. There you go. Let's pop over and look at Manaea. We can look at his stats and we can see we don't have nearly as many at-bats, but we still have like a 313 for Turner and 16 at-bats on a home run. There's a lot of home runs. 1-1-1, lots of ones. 250 with 2 home runs for Castellanos, but it's only a 250 average. I like that 313. We got 333. We got 300, 500. I'm seeing a success with bats versus these pitchers, and pitchers have tendencies to get blown up on. It's making me lean this over 7. I'm liking that. So let's look at, I didn't show you how they were versus lefties. That's how they are versus lefties. The Phillies like them some lefties this year. So there's the numbers. There you go. Let's look at the props. Outs. Yeah, see, it was so consistent. All of a sudden it drops off, which makes sense. We're in the playoffs. That's what you do. So let's look at strikeouts. 5.5. He's gone 6-3-6 in the head-to-head matchups in the last 2 years. The whole season went over this number of 5.5, 55% of the time. I don't like this number for either pitcher, so we're going to leave those alone. Hits is 4.5. Earned runs, 1.5. I'm not feeling it. I'm thinking this feels more like an offensive game to me. That's what it's feeling like. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the pitchers alone. Let's go to those bats. I'm kind of excited about the bats. Damn, I didn't. All right, I took Nemo 2 days ago. If you followed that, you took Nemo. Hey, we all hit. Nemo was on fire. So we have Nemo 5 out of 5 for 100%, 8 out of 10, and what is that? 14 out of 20 for 70%. Quick math, I think. I did the math. You can see Castellanos is right there, and Turner's right there. All the people we've said. So do I lean somebody here? I'm leaning Turner based on those numbers. Turner is having some good success against Manaea in the history. I come back. Remember, he's sitting there at 313 over 16 at bats with a home run. It's only at 8.13, but it's 16 at bats. That's good. And then on the other end, you have Polar Bear, who, if we want to look, let's see, is he up here? There's Nemo. There's Rez. You might have to dig a little bit to get him, but hey, there he is. Pete Alonso's way down here. So I'll leave Pete Alonso alone. He's struggling a little bit. So if anything, I kind of like Nemo, because what was Nemo's numbers? Let's go back and just take a quick look at Nemo real quick. Mets, so that'd be Aaron Nola. Let's see what Nemo's been up to. See what we remember. Swap it over. Nemo is right there. Nemo's batting 260 with 2 home runs and 813, over 50 at bats. So Nemo's probably a decent one as well. Pete's good too. So we have tons of options with the bats here. So for the bat, I think I'm going to take the over of 7. We're going to do that. And I think I'm going to take Nemo and Trey Turner. We're just going to rock with both of them today. Why not? Let's have some fun. So we're going to take those 3 plays and let's go on to that next game. All right, moving on to the Dodgers and the Padres. And we can see that the Padres are pretty heavily favored at 155, which is pretty heavy for the playoffs. 7.5 is your total. Let's look over the box score. 10-2 last game, tied the series up at 1. Padres teed off on the Dodgers. We can see what happened. Look at the bullpens giving up more runs again. That's a theme of this playoffs. That's what we got. So, but one thing I want to focus on is the batters. Look, we'll scroll down. Fernando Tatis, 643, 722, and a 1.4 slug. And dude is absolutely out of his mind right now when it comes to this. He is the hottest dude in the playoffs, I think. I don't think anybody's got a higher average than this. And he has, this is the second series for him, so multiple data points. On top of that, Merrill's batting 429, and then the catcher, I'm not going to try to say it. You know who it is. 364, pretty good. He had a home run last game. He had a home run. 2 more home runs. And 6 home runs in one game is nuts. It's nutty. So you can see all that. Dodgers are looking, the bats are looking a little weak. Now, the bottom of the order, Lux and Edmund are doing decent at 429, but you see the rest of them doing just 200s or just flat out Mookie numbers. Mookie is dookie right now with these numbers. That is 0 for the playoffs, and given it's only been 2 games, but Ofer is Ofer, so that ain't good. So let's look at the pitchers. Today, we got Walker Buehler going out there for the Dodgers. We can see his numbers, 1-6, 538, 64 Ks, and a $155 whip. Not the best numbers. So we can see his numbers, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 2. You can see what he's done. Average at best. That's what we're going to say. Mid. Use that term if you want to as well. But we care about how many times and what have you done when you face San Diego. Well, he faced San Diego the last time out. They won the game 7-2. He pitched 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned, 1 walk, but only 1 strikeout because you face San Diego and they don't strike out. That's not something they do. So any other times you face San Diego? Let's take a look. Yep. May 12th. That was 5 months ago. 3.1, 3.32. They teed off on him a little bit. So we have an average game to maybe kind of a bad game to a pretty good game. Even though it's 5 innings, this is pretty decent. He only gave up 1 run. I'll take it, sure. And let's look at Michael King going out there for San Diego. We can see his numbers, 13-9, 295, 201 Ks with a 1.19 whip, just absolute nasty. And we can see what he's been up to, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 0, 3. So, okay, dude's numbers are better than Buehler's already. Cool. How many times have you faced the Dodgers, we want to know? So, okay, Dodgers. You faced them September 24th. 5 innings, 3 hits, nothing. 2 walks, 3 Ks. That's a good game. No earned runs. Love that. How many other times you face? Well, let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Here we go. Boom. May 10th. 7 innings, 2 hits, nothing, 11 strikeouts. Probably one of his best, if not the best game of the season he had, because he faced him 2 more times. This would be the 5th time he's faced him. April 12th. 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 home runs allowed. Not good. Not good at all. They teed off on you. 4 earned runs, and they were all home runs. So is that 4 solo shots? Wow, okay. And then the first game of the season on March 21st, 3.1, 4, and 3. So they got him a little bit here, got him a little bit here. He shut them down there. He won that battle. And then the last one was here where I say he won. So I would say they're 2-2. So him between the Dodgers versus King is literally a 5-game series. So he gets to face him now, trying to break that tie. So let's pop over to props. Let's see what we have popping in the props. First thing we're going to head over here to, let's do King first since we're talking about him already. Let me slide you over. We're going to look at King. We're going to look at your history versus these dudes. So we got 182, 200, 0 for 4, 2 for 10. Some of these numbers are not, the 500s look good, but they're not many data points. We want more data points like this. See, Hernandez, that is literally much better. 20 at-bats, 300. That's good. That's good for him. 14 at-bats for Ohtani with a 429 with 3 home runs and a 1.6. Well, if you think Ohtani's going to have a breakout game, this might be the game to do it because he has the history that shows he likes facing this dude. So let's see the righties, Dodgers versus righties. You see how they've done all year. You can see some are great. His righties are pretty decent. So strikeouts is 5.5. The whole year, he has hit this number 71% of the time. Head to head, he's hit 4, 11, and 3. So I'll probably leave this alone. Go to hits for the whole year, 4.5. You see what he's been up to. I don't like this. This game is giving me over vibes again because we see San Diego's crush it last time. The pitcher, we see the matchup's not the best matchup. We have a couple big hitters going up against King. Yeah, so we'll show. Yeah, let's do head to head. 0-0, 4. We saw all the head to head ones he's had this year. Walks and pitching outs, which is a popular one. If you're brave enough to take pitching outs in the playoffs, by all means have fun, because I am not doing that again because I don't like that. So they get pulled too quickly. I don't like it. So, and then the bullpens come in, which I do like because I can fade them. So, all right. So we're going to leave his props alone. Let's go to Walker. Let's look at Walker's history. Walker, Buehler, and scroll down. All right. So 0 for 8. Diaz is 0 for 8. That ain't good. 1 for 2. 200, 250, $118 and 17 at bats. That ain't good. That is terrible. Even though there's a home run, that is garbage. 308 and 26 at bats from Machado. That's some good stuff right there. Now, 742 is not good, but hey, 308 and 26, that's doing something. Okay. 0 for 8 for Solano. Tatis is down here, 296 and 27 at bats with 4 home runs and a 1.0. I think I know my 2-game home run parlay I'm doing today. It's going to be Ohtani and Tatis. I got to do those two together because I mean, they both love facing these dudes. So am I going to take the over again in this game? I think I might be taking the over again. So you see what they do. Merrill is batting 504 bats, and he's also on fire right now. So let's see. There's the numbers. San Diego loves them some righties. They've been the #1 righty team all year. We know this. So, all right, let's pop over to the props. Let's see. Outs all over the place. Head to head, 2024. Pass. I'm not doing outs anymore. I'll show you, but I'm not doing them. Nah, pass on those all day. Strikeouts versus the Padres. I think you know the answer to this. It's going to be a hell no. It's 2.5. He had one last time we faced him. Like one. Like head to head, 2-1 the 2 times he faced him. Like, why would you ever? He's gone over this number 69% of the time, but he's not facing the Padres 69% of the time. The Padres are the #1 team against strikeouts in the league for a reason. They are disciplined. Pass all day on that. Hits. Hits might be a play. Over 4.5, but are they going to let him get the 5 hits before they pull him? We don't know, especially if 3 of those hits are home runs. So who knows? Earn runs, head to head, 3-2 or 3-1. You can see the numbers there. Cool. Let's go with the bats. The bats is what I care about. Ooh, there's some 100% on here. Ooh, Lux half HRR. We saw Lux is batting 429 right now. About given it's only 2 games, but we see it. We synced it. So 100% in the last 5 he's hit this, and 8 out of 10 he's hit this. Hernandez, we saw, had a lot of at-bats, a lot of information, a lot of data points, and he's batting 300. That was him. I'm almost positive. Let's just make sure. Hernandez, nope. Yeah, Teoscar Hernandez, 20 at-bats, 300 with a home run at 814 and a 22.7 strikeout rate. At 320 at-bats, I like that. That's good information. So I see that is him. That's that Hernandez. 100%, 80, and 70. That's 14 out of 20 times he's got over 1.5. So I think I'll be taking him. There's the catcher. He's been on fire. We saw he's batting 429 as well, 420 something or 330 something. What was he batting? Let me look up real quick. You are batting 364 for the playoffs so far. So you're doing pretty good. Ohtani's right there. He didn't, not the best, but you can see the numbers. So, all right. We're going to have some plays here. All right, I'm going to try to narrow it to 2 props. We'll see how we do this. So we're going to take that over 7.5 because I think we're going to have fireworks in this game. Just saying. I am going to take Hernandez. Hernandez over 1.5 HRR. I'm going to take Ohtani over 1.5 HRR. I'm going to be taking Tatis. Got to take Tatis. He's on fire. Over 1.5 HRR. I like HRR over bases and everything. Walks, you can do walks if you want. I just don't prefer to do those. And Ohtani stolen bases is on the top 10. Like, what? That's how many bases he's been stealing recently. So, yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to go Hernandez, Ohtani, Tatis. If you want to go Lux, you could. And for home runs, I'm going to have a home run. It's Tuesday. It's Dinger Tuesday. Let's have a little home run parlay. So we're going to have Ohtani, and we're going to have Tatis, and we're going to have, I don't like anybody for another one, so I'll just have those 2. So that'll be it. We're done right here. All right, that's it. That's both games broken down. Probably a little too much broken down, but hey, there was a lot of plays in there. I gave you my plays. If you want to take some of the other ones you saw, by all means, don't take what I take. If I overlook something, just let me know in the comments. Like, hey, did you know this or did you know this? Because I overlook things. There's a lot of shit going on right now, so hey, I can't look into everything. So, and if you see a play that I overlooked, like, oh, did you see this? Like, look at these numbers. This play is amazing. I'll probably tell it. So, because I like to see plays like that. If give me some good stats. If you don't agree with me, tell me why. Just don't say, oh, nah, oh, the Phillies are going to crush. Like, no. Tell us why you think that. Not because, oh, I just know. Like, no, that shit don't fly. That's garbage. So tell me why. Show us some stats. Show us some reasoning around here. So enough of that. Drop a like, subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow for Wednesday baseball. Peace.